right, everybody, welcome back to the ZLINE kitchen. We are making mashed potatoes. There's so many variations and so many things that you may be doing at home, but I'm a classic, purist, simple kind of person. So what I'm gonna have here for you today is we have a stand mixer, okay? We have a colander. We have some Idaho potatoes, russet potatoes here for us to use. I have butter, I have milk, I have salt and pepper. Okay, so really simple. The variations of mashed potatoes may vary from family to family. Smashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, combination roasted potatoes, smashed potatoes. Leave the skin on, leave the skin off. For classic mash, we're gonna take the skin off, okay? I personally love a red skin mashed potato with the skins on. I love Yukon Golds with the skin on. Absolutely delicious, okay? So peel our potatoes, really simple again, okay? The one thing you could do these ahead of time, you wanna peel them and put them into water, okay? They'll oxidize if you don't peel them and put them into water. So we're gonna peel the potato off right here, okay? And then the real simple parts are here. We have all our ingredients right here. I have a nice little stand. We're gonna mix this right in front of you. I'm gonna take the potatoes. I like to cut them first. Again, if I can get everything uniform size, they cook a lot faster. So these will go into water. If I'm gonna prep them up a little early, or they go right into cold water, and then we're gonna put them on the stove, okay? So when they go on the stove, I'm gonna boil them until they're soft. And I can just tell when these are ready, by giving it a little squeeze, those are absolutely ready to go. I have my milk and butter right here. I'm gonna bring the milk and butter over to right by the mixer, okay? And then I'm gonna go drain these at the stove. I'm gonna go drain the potatoes. Place my colander. Bring this back over here, okay? Okay, I like to take the potatoes, get all that off. I'm gonna dry them again. Why do we dry the potatoes, okay? Because I'm gonna add milk and butter. And what I really wanna do is make sure that I get all the water out of the potatoes. All right, to do that, I just bring them back over here to the stove, heat up, high temperature. I'm just gonna kind of dry them out, all right? So I like to check to make sure everything's gonna kind of run in my mixer, place it down, lock it in place. She's gonna run. So I outfit the mixer today with the whisk, okay? We use a whisk. You could use a paddle if you want to. I want to get a little air inside of these potatoes also. So I'm drying these out a little bit. You know what you're gonna see here? All the moisture starts to cook out. You don't have to go too crazy. Just adding that heat in there helps rid them of the water, okay? So into the pot. Actually, to make it easier for myself, I'm gonna remove here. I'm just gonna have this. You may have you can do this by hand at home. You can do it with the kids with a potato masher. In this case here, I'm just gonna use the stand mixer, okay? Place this back over here. And the whisk. Now when I cook the potatoes, I cook them in salted water. I always love to kind of create building those flavors in there. By adding salt to the water, it's already kind of imparting a little bit of flavor into them. You're not like pasta. Pasta is not gonna soak in that salt. It's gonna be coated with salt. Potatoes, it can kind of get inside. So you really wanna make sure, okay, lock my thing down here. You really wanna make sure you don't put too much salt in the water, but you wanna have a little bit. So the reason we melt the butter and the milk is we don't wanna lose the temperature of the potatoes. So if we didn't melt it and I started to add cold butter and cold milk, the potatoes would lose their temperature, okay? And that's not what we wanna do. They get a little extra starchy when you do that. So again, I was saying I like to get the whip going on here. You can always add a little more liquid, but you can't take the liquid out, all right? So to get those going, I'm gonna add some salt. You can use white pepper if you don't like to see the pepper in there, but I like to see the pepper, a little bit of pepper. I have my tasting spoon here. Okay, let's stop for a hot second. Open this up, just to see what she looks like right here, right? Almost like whipping up some cream to a certain extent. You know, nice little peaks. Definitely need some more salt and a little more time. So let's go on here. In goes the salt. It's kosher salt as always, right? You could use sea salt in this case if you wanted to. I'm gonna beat them just a little extra. Sometimes I'll add a bit of cold butter to the potatoes when they're done. Now notice what I do here. I am gonna add a little more milk and butter, but I'm gonna turn off the mixer because I don't wanna do that when it's on because it'll whisk this way out. It'll make a big potatoey mess. Now slowly start to bring it back up. Gotta tell you, these mixes, especially these KitchenAid mixes, they work great. And they look great in the Z-Line kitchen. Okay, they're starting to whisk this down a little bit. Start to see the air in there, the separation of the potatoes. Getting to that point where she's done. Okay, open this up again. Potatoes have a nice little peaks on them. Let's taste them again. Smooth, really great flavor. And these ones are ready to be done. So, knock this off here, okay? Have a nice little bowl. And for me, we take the potatoes here, a spoon. Okay, again, these can sit for a little while once they've been done. See, I can almost see like that nice the consistency and the texture. You don't want them too stiff, you don't want them too soft. You want to be able to make a little potato boat, a little bit gravy area, a little gravy hole. I know when I was a little kid, I used to always try to put, build a little like a little swimming pool out of my gravy. Put a little swimming pool out of my mashed potatoes for the gravy, okay? Here. I think these are gonna sit in the oven for just a little bit. I think it's always nice to put a little pat of butter on, okay? And over the top, a little salt, a little more pepper. I mean, that might be the simplest, cleanest mashed potatoes you can possibly have for Thanksgiving. So we're coming close to the end of the feast where we get to the best parts, the turkey, the gravy, and the cranberry sauce. These sides are all really important, they're all really simple, and they all cook great in the Z-Line kitchen. Continue to join us as we go through our way of making the most unbelievable, delicious, simple Thanksgiving feast.